Welp, here we are on YouTube. Brian, how are you doing?
Great, Nathan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing so good. It's a great day in the Welpdom right here.
It's a wonderful day. It's always a wonderful day in Welpdom. We'd like to welcome our people that are on our Discord currently watching this live right now. It's pretty cool.
As it happens, to see the magic, including all the behind-the-scenes stuff.
All the behind-the-scenes stuff, that's right. And then this will go on our Patreon. And it'll sit there on Patreon for however long it sits on there before we get it to YouTube. And this may get blocked on YouTube. So the people in Discord are seeing it right away. They don't have to wait. Patreon people can see it whenever they're at their own convenience, ad-free, ready to go, same day recording. And then it will eventually, maybe you're watching this on YouTube. So welcome to all these different places. Join our Patreon. Why would you join our Patreon? Because you get us to do stuff like this, which is from Rachel. Rachel had this to say, Nathan. She said, "So I just decided to join the album tier on your Patreon for the album reaction, and I'm going to have you guys do 5 Sauce 5.
Mm-hmm.
It came out September 23rd, 2022, so not long ago. Mikey produced most of the album, and Mikey has his own song, Emotions, and Ashton the drummer has his own song, Tears. So I think Mikey's the guitarist, and of course Ashton's the drummer. We did that one Ashton song, Skinny Skinny. I think that's what it's called, Skinny Skinny?
Yeah.
Or
Yes. Yeah.
Mikey and Ashton are singing a lot more on this album than the other albums, and I understand if you don't like... Oh, okay. Yeah. So thank you so much. It's from Rachel. Rachel, Thank you so much. I don't think Rachel's in her Discord, which is totally cool, so she'll probably watch this on our Patreon because she certainly qualifies for that tier level when she's at the album tier, because whatever tier you're at, you're able to access all the tiers below that tier, if that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. And you also, if you stick around at that tier, I don't know if people know that, you get free stuff like mugs and shirts. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Check out our merch. Well, I'm really excited because we've only done 5, ironically, 5 Sauce songs, single songs, none from this album. And every time that we've done a song from them, the comments have always been very positive. People seem to enjoy our enjoyment of 5 Sauce, so we appreciate their support. And half the comments, Nathan, have been, you gotta listen.
I know.
So it's great. So it seems to be from fans. Fans are very excited and really enjoy this new album. And I think with our comments that we've made on previous reactions to 5 Sauce, I think they're saying too that from what we have said and what kind of music we like, I think they're saying that we might enjoy this experience as well.
Yeah. From what I understand from those comments, it almost seems like the people who've been following us anyway are saying that we'll like this version of 5 Sauce even. We might like this even
because they have changed over the years. You know, they've... what's the word I'm looking for? They've grown, or they've... as they've gotten older, their sound has gotten older, matured, and what have you. Matured. Unlike us, they've matured with age. You and I are a different matter. Well, let's just get into it. So, Nathan, as we go through the album... From this album, they actually released 6 singles, so that's a lot. There's 14 songs. The runtime of this album is 48 minutes long. Like I said, it came out September of 2022, so just under a month ago at the time of this recording, so a very new album. The first single is actually the first track from the album as well, and that's called Complete Mess. And the writers are all 4 members of the band wrote this song. Michael Clifford, who is the guitar player, the main guitar player, I guess you could say, he also produced this song. So you know. So the song is called Complete Mess. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's rock this.
Let's do it. Let's rock this. I'm gonna rock right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock right now. Was this a release?
This is the first single, first track.
Oh, first single? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so quiet.
Turn it up, yep.
Always fleeting like a flame, but I'm never one to change your mind. Call it a lesson when I feel you slide away, and I'm missing out
That's what I have.
Kind of like.
That was weird. Was that you?
Nope.
Was it the song?
I think it might have been the song.
No, you make me complete.
You make me a complete mess. So, wow. Really like that song, by the way.
Good start.
Like, that's an excellent start. Immediately, I thought of U2. That kind of like swelling chorus. Not the lyrics, or sorry, not the singing isn't the same, but there's some of that, like there was some echo effect going on at the beginning, and I love how Edge plays with that echo effect, not just in guitars. He'll do it with the vocals sometimes and all kinds of things. So there's that kind of sound, and so like I just picked up on that right away, and certainly they're not trying to imitate them. People often are accused of imitating U2. I think they're paying homage to them. Yeah.
Well, Nathan, from our Discord chat, Panda Girl says that they have said that U2 is one of their influences for this album.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just picked up on that, so woohoo.
Well, message received from you, the ear, and them, the band. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong. Of course, every band. U2 have bands that influence them in their sound. Of course, that's the best sign of homage and flattery is to take a sound or a feeling, even almost the atmosphere or feeling, and then make it your own. This is definitely a five sauce song, but they're nailing the chorus, the sounds, the full like electronic mixed with the real instruments, like guitar, drums, bass, but they have it overlaid with electronic sound and that fill and that wall of sound is such a great sound and great for a single too, because it gives you an idea what the album might sound like. But I suspect it's not going to be soft every song. You know what I mean? Like this is a very melodic. It's very. I suspect we'll hear some other types of sounds as the album goes on. But yeah, great start. Complete mess. What a fantastic first single, first track. A way to say, hey guys, we're in for a ride right now for this. For this album. Okay.
I'll put it on my phone. Like I just wanted to say, as soon as I heard it and I hit the chorus, I was like, "Oh, this one's going on my phone, no problem."
Well, I'm telling everyone right now, unless the album is a complete shite show after that song,
a complete mess.
Yes, thank you. This whole album's going on my phone. That's why I'm really excited that Rachel gave us this, because we have a rule, of course, that we don't listen to songs before we react to them. We're weird that way. So I'm legit very excited that this was pledged to us, that we get to listen to the whole album, and now it gets to go on my phone. Now, if someone did mention that there is a deluxe version, which has an additional 5 songs, but of course that would be, that's almost a half an album. So if people want us to hear those 5 songs, you let us know and we can work something out regarding pricing on that. Okay. Just in case anyone was wondering, we are doing what was released as the standard. This is what you got when you got the album. Okay. So the second song is Easy For You To Say. This was written by, again, the full band. And again, Mike Clifford is the producer of the song.
Okay.
And this was not a single.
Not a single.
A sunrise in Sydney that's burning for days, but I'm headstrong and stubborn and stuck in my ways. With every tomorrow, keep turning the page. A youth that was stolen and filled with mistakes. I turned all around, look for someone to blame, but I'm over dramatic and drenched in my pain. I know that you saw it all over my face. Last night I lied, I looked you in the eyes. I'm scared to find a piece of mind. I swear to you, each and every time I'll try and change my ways. Easy for you to say, harder for me to take. This nostalgia in my bones, why can't I forget it? Easy for you to say, harder for me to take. This nostalgia in my bones, why can't I locks all the doors and then hides all the keys. Wish someone had told me what I couldn't see. A glimmer of hope that was staring at me. Last night I lied, I looked you in the eyes. I'm scared to find a piece of mind. I swear to you, each and every time I'll try and change my ways. Easy for you to say, harder for me to take. This nostalgia in my bones.
We lost Ryan.
Why can't I forget
I'm back.
it?
Keep going.
Easy for you to say, harder for me to take. This nostalgia in my bones. Why can't I forget it? Last night I lied, I looked you in the eyes. I'm scared to find a piece of mind. I swear to you, each and every time I'll try and change my ways. Easy for you to say, harder for me to take. This nostalgia in my bones. Why can't I forget it? Easy for you to say, harder for me to take. This nostalgia in my bones. Why can't I forget it? Easy for you to say. This nostalgia in my bones. Why can't I forget it? This nostalgia
Ooh.
Wow. What a great little, like, well, I mean, okay. I'm loving this. Like, I got a feeling I'm just going to love this album. Like, it hits for me everything I love about, I hate the term pop rock, but it means what it means. You know, I love pop rock. I really do. I mean, I mentioned when I was a big fan of Savage Garden. I was a big fan of Roxette. You know, I'm a big metal guy too. Here's the thing: I love heavy metal, hard rock. You know, everything from AC/DC to Metallica. But I really feel good and fun inside, and when I hear a good pop rock song. And so those bands I mentioned, I bet you they were influenced by those guys too. You would imagine like Roxette probably. That I love. The build up, the guitar work, the great vocal work by Luke. I mean, Luke is an incredible singer. So they all sing really well, but Luke is he's a real dream of a singer, and I don't know. And then the song was again, I could have said they could have made that a single easily, and I'm wondering which song maybe wouldn't be a single, because that's another strong track where that could have easily been a single.
Yeah. So that one wasn't, hey?
No, and apparently they did debut it live on tour. And they do play it on tour, so it's a tour favorite right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I can see why.
Speaking of tours, Nathan.
Yeah.
Sorry, speaking of tours.
Oh, what?
Well, nobody introduced. I'm really mad at our listeners on our channel because nobody introduced us to 5 Seconds of Summer 6 months ago. They started their tour in June in Vancouver.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I know.
Because I would go to a concert. with these
Yes.
guys, hands down.
I would go right now, easily.
Yeah.
So
without knowing, you know, they're. Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. But yeah, they're supporting the album right now on tour, and they've already done their Vancouver stop. So I'm sure they'll tour again. But anyways.
Well, they're still young, so they got more time. I wanted to say,
old.
yeah, we're old. So, yeah, we don't have enough. Anyway, what I love about that song is that it's a building song. And when I started this song, I heard it was kind of like an electronic beat, and I was like, oh, it's like a pop song. You know, that's what it's going to be. And then it changed. It morphed to this kind of like anthem song. And even though it's it repeats the chorus and the bridges over and over, it's kind of like it. I don't know. I really like that song. It's an easy one to kind of like commit to memory and to go like, I could hear this song over and over again. It's just, I don't know. Like I'm on the same page with you with this band. There's been a few bands that get introduced to us, where either Ryan's kind of slower or I'm slower to get there. I think we're both on the same wavelength on this one. Yeah.
I like it. That makes me happy. That makes a happy chunk.
That's good.
That's me.
Would happy
Okay.
too.
So the third song is called Bad Omens, and I believe, was this the song that somebody else was singing on? If you want to remind me in the chat. This was released as a single, Nathan. The day that the album was released, they did a lot of single release before the actual release of the album. So this was Bad Omens, the sixth and probably final single release from the album. And I'm just going to look at our chat here. There's somebody, no one's saying anything. So I can't remember if this was one of the ones that someone else sings. That's what I'm getting at. This was written by Hemmings, again, Ashton. But then we have some different writers here. We got James Aberhart. He's a British singer, songwriter, record producer. So he's helping with the writing of this one. Sarah Hudson. She's an American pop singer, songwriter. And then Jason Evigan, who's an American musician, singer, songwriter. So we got a few other talents. And Evigan, the guy Evigan, he produced this song. So there you go. Bad Omens. That's the name of the song. Sixth single from the album.
Sounds like it could be like a cover or something, maybe.
No, it's the original song from them.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. They said different co-writers from outside the band.
So this is where I am, hanging on a feeling, driving through the valley just to chase the pain again. So this is where we are. I should have seen it coming. Every time you say goodbye, I say hello again. I cried in the dark brown eyes for the thousandth time, 'cause you love somebody. I died when you left that night for the thousandth time, 'cause you love somebody. Yes, I tried to stop the door as it was closing. It was closing. Can't help the way I keep ignoring every omen, every omen. Heaven knows I should let go. It's nothing that I don't already know. I kiss you on your neck. You were staring at the ceiling. I should have known right then and there you were a runaway. Oh, just make it go away. Can you help me rearrange it? I'm still making sense if I have nothing left to say. I cried in the dark brown eyes for the thousandth time, 'cause you love somebody. I died when you left that night for the thousandth time, 'cause you love somebody. Yes, I tried to stop the door as it was closing. It was closing. Can't help the way I keep ignoring every omen, every omen. Heaven knows I should let go. It's nothing that I don't already know. Round again, you jump back in bed. That's what you do when you love somebody. These bad omens, I look right through them. That's what you do when you love somebody. We go round again, we jump back in bed. That's what you do when you love somebody. These bad omens, I look right through them. That's what you do when you love somebody. When you love somebody. When you love somebody.
Man. It's funny. The song started off a little bit. I was, okay, I'm not too sure. But then it just got better with every new build up. Different things are happening. Different drum beats are happening. They've had background vocals were kicking in. And then I love that kind of it. and the lyrics, of course, how you look through the bad omens. So that's like the red flags are there, but you ignore them. You look through the red flags. So that's what love is. And it's just, oh man, wow, what a fun song.
Mm-hmm. I was listening to the music on that one a lot more. And like the drumming style is he's on the toms, just playing the toms without any like snares or hi-hats or anything. It's just toms. And then for the chorus, he would go and hit the snare a bit and then back to the toms. And like that's a style of music that I like that. I love it when songs use that, just the tom-toms, because you can build up and then you can like break into your crashes and cymbals if you need to. So I liked it from a drumming perspective. I liked it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, it's good. We forget. Each member of this band is uniquely talented in their own right.
Yeah.
Like they could sing, do solo work. These we've said it before in one of our other reaction videos. They're kind of like One Direction if they had musical talent. No, I'm just joking. It's a joke.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
It's a joke. I'm gonna get people so bad. I know it's a joke. What I'm getting at is because you have all these guys. Because Niall originally was the only guy that could really play guitar, at least with the One Direction band. We know Harry learned later on and stuff. But the point is, like, you got these guys who are all like uniquely talented in their instrument with their voice. It's a very unique combination to see a very talented young band who can also sing and play all their instruments and almost interchange, I bet, with each other. So it's really kind of cool. It was a joke. People don't get mad. This is my little joke. We tease the people we love. You know what I mean? Okay. All right.
Okay, what's the next song?
Oh yeah, the next song is called. I'm still gonna get people downvoting.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter unless it's all. We love them. Everything's perfect. People like. I liked it up until the point you said.
We've had people do that with their videos. They literally they'll take the time that they started to hate our video. Okay. All right. This is the fourth song on the album, and the third single release is called Me, Myself, and I. Written by Luke, Ashton, Callum, and Mike. Also with additional writers from Mike Coogan, John Bellion, Evigan again, and Pete Nappy. All right. Okay. So, various producers on this one. So this could be trouble. Wait, stop. I just wanted to say something.
Oh.
I get worried when when there's a lot of fingers in the pot. So I'm a little bit. You know what I mean? There just seems to be a lot of people on this. So let's see what happens. Okay. There you go. Now you can hit play. Stop it.
I guess I got what I wanted. I never knew what I needed. Leave it up to me to fuck it up without a good reason. I know that it was my own fault. I never picked up that phone call. Oh Lord, all these broke hearts, but mine's the one bleeding. Bullshit up in myself, me and my selfish appetite. I did not need your help. Now it's just me, myself, and I. Now it's just me, myself, and I. Now it's just me, myself, and I. Yes, I guess I got what I wanted. I never knew what I needed. Leave it up to me to fuck it up without a good reason. I know that it was my own fault. I never picked up that phone call. Oh Lord, all these phone calls, but mine's the one bleeding. Bullshit up in myself, me and my selfish appetite. I did not need your help. Now
So these lyrics are very honest lyrics. Like, that's kind of what this is what, number 4 or 5 already on this album, and they always
4, yeah.
They seem to be like very, being honest with yourself, and I think that's what makes the music so attractive, from my perspective anyway. I can't stand music that seems like you just pumped the lyrics into a lyric machine and then cranked out like,
Right.
whatever, some simple lyrics, or like what people get away with for lyrics these days. Sometimes it blows my mind that ends up becoming some kind of a hit song,
Well,
Yeah, well, I mean, there's plenty of it. There's plenty. That's
what I always go to. I don't understand.
Sure. Yeah, there's a number of bands, quote unquote bands, that can get away with this, that are making crazy amounts of money, that pump their music through a auto tuner, that have like next to almost no lyrics, and they're sitting on their piles of cash. Just like, I don't know, that really bothers me. And I'll be honest, like when we were heading into the One Direction, I thought that's where we were headed. I thought we were going to start going down. And it's funny to watch people from the outside who are watching us do this, who think that that's what, like, that we're just like, these flies going towards the zapper, just completely entranced by the whole thing, and not actually being honest or realistic. And when I see lyrics like that, and I mean, on the outside it might be simple to just say like, oh, that's like every song, sounds like every song. Okay, but I mean, those lyrics are very honest and very, like, putting that together and saying it that way, I guarantee you nobody can just come up with that, off, in a heartbeat. That's not the way that works. It takes talent.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I forgive Luke. Not forgive is right. I allow Luke to use vocal effects when he does use them, because we know he can sing live. And so this is where I allow in the studio work done with some of the vocal effect, which is fine for you, because we think, you vocal effect a guitar doesn't mean the guy can't play the guitar, right? We vocal effect drums, or you affect drums. The drums have a different sound, but we know that Ashton, of course, can play the drums. So that's how I feel about what I'm hearing with some of Luke's vocals. And this song, you get a little bit of vocal effect, which is fine, because we've heard him sing live. He kills it live. So I just wanted to make that statement. I don't know why I made it, because I just noticed on this one. But that being said, this is a great song, great chords. I mean, these guys know how to write a hook. My goodness, it's like, oh, that's boring. That's boring. Like, this is a very easy album. Like we said before, we've gone through some albums in our past. Sometimes it's a little bit okay, all right. It's a bit of a chore, but so far so good. This is a great start to the album. Track 5, Nathan, you ready for track 5?
Ready.
Track 5 is called Take My Hand. What? Okay, check this out, Nathan. It's called Take My Hand. It's the second song to be released as a single, 5th on the album. It says Joshua Tree version. Now, I know they recorded this at the Joshua Tree recording studio, I think is what they call it. It's one of the band members' studios.
So I wonder if it's a throwback to the Joshua Tree album.
Well, I don't know if they're saying they have a different version of the song. So, like, I don't know, like, this is like in the studio type version of a song. There's a different version out there, or if this is a nod to Joshua Tree as an album. So I'm not sure. So maybe people in the chat will just know what it means by that. And let's listen to it. Yeah.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, U2 released the Joshua Tree. I can't believe I have to explain that, but
in 1987. So it was a long time ago.
Which, just from my humble opinion, is one of the best albums of all time. That's just my opinion. It's one of
what a hot take.
Yeah. It is really, really good. It has every song on that album I enjoy hearing. I never skip over songs on that particular album.
I do skip over one.
Oh, do you? Which one do you skip?
Yes. Take a guess.
Trip Through Our Wires?
No.
Oh, okay.
Bolt the Blue Sky.
Oh, serious?
Yeah. 100. 200.
No, but that's
I can see those fighter planes. I can see those fighter planes.
Oh, really? I like that song.
Yeah, I have. I'm sorry. I can see those fighter planes. I can see those. Okay. Anyways, all right. Here we go, Nate. There is 2 different versions of the song: the single version and this one. The Joshua Tree is a place in California where some of the album was recorded. That's what I thought. I didn't think it had anything to do with the album, but okay. So there you go. This is the studio official version. Okay, cool.
All right, here we go.
Thank you, Panda.
A painted heart on a sidewalk, a bleeding sun on a silver screen. I feel my ego when I talk, lost myself in the in-between. Lustful lies filled with love now, sending in every cavalry. A few more souls on the bus now. Shut my eyes right at 17. Always hits me. I'm always shifting. Take my hand now and forever. Where I stand, how can you live and let die? Young man, look in the mirror. Take my hand and don't you ever let go.
I love that background.
Don't you ever let go. Told myself maybe someday I'd fall down from the centerpiece. I treat my mind like an ashtray. I owe you an apology. Breaking plans on a Sunday. With myself, maybe make some peace. I forgot every birthday. Open eyes right at 23. Always hits me. Yeah. I'm always shifting. Take my hand now and forever. Where I stand, how can you live and let die? Young man, look in the mirror. Take my hand and don't you ever let go. Don't you ever let go. Pick apart all of the pieces. Well, I'm running out of time. Iron out all of the creases and just hanging out to dry. Shallow hearts for shallow minds that ache to be alive. You fall apart and redefine what keeps you up at night. Oh, take my hand now and forever. Where I stand, just as you're losing yourself again. Look in the mirror. Take my hand now and forever. Where I stand, how can you live and let die? Young man, look in the mirror. Take my hand and don't you ever let go. Don't you ever let go.
You hear the guitar way in the back there?
Oh yeah, it's very 80s guitar sound there. That little guitar solo part was.
Oh, yeah.
On a sidewalk, a bleeding sun on a silver screen. I feel my ego when I talk, lost myself in between.
It's interesting that was called the. Yeah, it was a very 80s sound, and even I think of not a direct reflection of the Joshua Tree album, but there's sounds that you can hear in the Joshua Tree album that are in here. If that makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Oh,
yeah. There's little bits and pieces. So I love that. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. Take my hand
Now and forever.
Like I said, they know how to ride a hook. Makes you tap both of your left and right foot. Boom, boom, boom.
There you go.
Thank you.
Five
That's
Sauce.
why
If you're looking for a co-writer.
Five Sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're coming to our channel for input of what to do. Well, here's our input. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing more than great. This is a easy listen, fun listen, great songs, great sounds. Luke's awesome. He's a great singer. They seem like cool guys too. You know, like they don't seem like what's the word I'm looking for? Like, look at us, we're amazing.
Yeah,
we're so cool. Why don't you guys should worship us? We're the best. Because there are artists that kind of do that. I don't get that feeling from these guys. Okay, so before we get to the next song, though, Ashton had this to say about the song. He goes, "If I could choose a Five Sauce song to be remembered by, it's this one.
This one here, the one
we just heard. Take my hand. Yeah."
Okay.
He goes, "So much love and passion is involved, and this track was about their journey as a group."
Okay, I kind of thought because there's some like references. Take my hand. Where is it? Young man, look in the mirror. Right, I heard that one. Pick apart all the pieces when I'm running out of it. Where was it? There's another line. Anyway, I kind of thought it was something to do with like them looking at themselves and pulling themselves along, which
yeah. They're almost saying to fate, take our hand.
Yeah.
See where this goes.
Yeah. Okay, what's
All
next?
right. Okay, well. Well, Nathan, the next song is called Carousel. This was not a single. Written again by the full band, along with a young lady named Sierra Deaton. She was a co-writer of this song.
Okay.
She co-wrote the song, but a little teaser here. She co-wrote this song, but she sings on the next song, Older.
Oh, I see in the chat.
Oh, we just got something in the chat.
This just in.
This just in. Luke is engaged to Sierra. And this just in, Ryan's creeping her on the Google machine. Gee, weird. Luke got a good-looking girl. Weird. Anyways, good for them. All right, let's check out this. So this is called Carousel. So she's a co-writer. So keep that in mind. His fiance co-wrote this. It'll be interesting to see how.
I built it from the ground up just to watch me burn it down. I gotta keep the party going, ain't no fading out. My life's just a carousel spinning around.
Really embracing the 80s sounds.
Yeah.
Just to keep from stopping it now.
Everything old is new again. Great high vocal.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a tiger in the circus ring again. Every time I jump, it's getting higher, never ends. So my life's just a carousel spinning around.
Nice.
My life's just a carousel spinning around. I play against to keep from stopping now. My life's just a carousel spinning around. I play against to keep from stopping it now.
I should note that Wikipedia could be wrong about Sierra being a co-writer of that song, because the next song right after is the one that she sings on. Because I'm reading online here that she co-wrote the next song, Older. Because she mentions in an interview that she was a co-writer of that song. So I wonder if they just made a mistake on Wikipedia. That
Well, it says here in the bottom that she's written by Sierra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she co-wrote, and then she co-wrote this one as well that we're about to hear. So what's your thoughts on Carousel first? Sorry.
It's a great song. It's interesting that didn't make it as a single, but like...
Yeah, I thought the same thing. It could have easily been a single. Maybe this whole album, we could say that for any song, but that, yeah.
Yeah. And some people are going to take what I'm about to say as negative. And yeah, so prepare yourself. It's not negative. It's just... I'm hearing a little bit of a trend in the songs, and I'm wondering if that's kind of a... Like, another band that I really like... has you can listen to their songs and you're like, oh, they always do this in their songs. They always do this kind of change. And I'm noticing with these guys in their music, there always seems to be like a pullback, stripped down, nothing except for Luke singing moment in the song. And then it all comes back again sometimes, or just pull everything back, just Luke singing. So, like, obviously, maybe that's just a feature of this album. You know what I mean? Like, maybe this album just has a lot of that where they pull right back and then it's just Luke singing.
It could be the style of this album. Sure, I know what you're saying.
And it could
that's very common for any band that has their certain... I mean, we could look at any of the bands that we enjoy. There's certain mantra that they sort of follow, and some albums will carry it through completely.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, and
it's an observation you made.
Just an observation. Yeah.
Yes, Panda mentioned that the verses... are his voice going up and down. It's like a carousel. Mm-hmm. And I wrote, yeah, I know. But I was just kind of teasing. I noticed it too, not right away, but I did catch that. It seemed like a carousel. The idea that it's up and down, and this could have easily been a single.
Yeah.
So it shows you that when I say single, because sometimes singles are cheap, or a song can get cheapened by being a single because it's like very accessible. So if it's very accessible, I always say something that's very accessible fast can also burn fast. Like it comes in bright and hard, but then it gets dull very quickly.
Right.
But I'm just saying that if I was a producer of this album, it's like, hey, we've got a new album to release, guys. Which one? I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'd feel confident with almost every song on this album so far. Like, oh, sure. Throw this one out there. Sure. Yeah. That's a sign of a good album where you're almost like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. So it's a good problem to have when you're almost like, I don't know, we could release the whole album as a single, I guess. That's in fact, Michael Jackson, when they made Thriller, him and Quincy Jones, that was their goal. That's why the album, they said that the whole album is releasable as a single.
Oh yeah,
that was the whole idea.
There's a whole story on how Thriller came about and how many songs you had to pick through to get to it, and yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
okay. So the next song we'll hear Sierra, his fiance, who helped co-write and sing on the song. It's called "Older," and this was the 5th single on the album, "Older." All right.
Okay.
I wonder if it's a slow song.
without your head on my shoulder. On the day that you leave me, I'll forever be bleeding love as forever comes closer. Hope the world spins slower. I don't wanna get older. I don't wanna get older. Stare at the photograph.
Very old style.
Suddenly takes me back. The promises roll off your breath in your cocaine-colored wedding dress. Lost in the day-to-day.
Interesting choice for white.
You kiss away the pain. Oh, every time you twist my lips, my dear, devoted, delicate. It's not worth it if I lose my one-way ticket for two. Just me, just you. I don't wanna get older without your head on my shoulder. On the day that you leave me, I'll forever be bleeding love as forever comes closer.
Lounge jazz almost.
I don't wanna get older. I don't wanna get older. Our love is tailor-made, but we let the edges fade. Your wicked smile, it says it all, mixed with my sad and cynical. A tragedy at the end. Nothing Shakespearean, it all comes flooding back again. My dear, devoted, delicate. It's not worth it if I lose my one-way ticket for two. Just me, just you. I don't wanna get older without your head on my shoulder. On the day that you leave me, I'll forever be bleeding love as forever comes closer. Hope the world spins slower. I don't wanna get older. I don't wanna get older.
That's nice. It's in a.
So,
Sorry, you go ahead.
you know, well, I just want to say from Panda Girl, she said they wrote the song a few years ago in their living room as a joke to the 50s love songs. But Michael, the guitarist, convinced them to finish the song to have on the album. Because that's the first thing I thought when I heard the opening parts of the song. I was like, this is like an old school, like, smoky, jazz-filled room, you know, and the stand-up bass.
Same with the beat. The beats.
Yeah, they're
like it's a very lounge jazz kind of feel.
Yeah, which is great, and I'm glad they stuck to it. They didn't like, you know what I mean. But there was no gimmick, or the gimmick was it's a 50s with a little bit of like electronic, like modern day electronics, little sound effects, just subtly in the background. But it plays like a straight. This could have been released on the AM radio back in 1956. People were like, "Oh, what's this song? This is a great low love song."
Because that's how everyone talked in the 50s.
Well, dear, turn up the radio, dear. I believe I do like this song. Yes.
Hey, Billy, come over to my house, because this is what we do at my house. We play with our toys.
Yes, that's what we do at our house. We play with our toys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, but this is a song. I mean, I'm not a big. Yeah. So that being said, it's a great homage to that style of music.
Yes,
but it's just not my. It's not my thing. So even if they did a whatever other song genre, I'd be like, okay, but that's not who they are as a band per se. So I'll give them a pass, so to speak. Like it's great that he did that with his fiance, and that's what I was thinking too. Like if you're gonna do a song with your fiance, it's a love ballad they almost wrote for each other. It's a silly song, but they performed it well. It's just not my wheelhouse of like I got to hear this over and over again.
So the producer in me wants to like say, what if you added one of those old timey trumpets in the background of that?
Oh,
It would,
yeah,
you know
sure.
what I mean? It would fit. It would fit really well. So
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And if the producer in me would have been scrap that song. Oh, I'm joking. No, again, I like that they stuck through with it. I admire that. It's a style of song that I never quite like. I don't get excited by, but I can see how a singer songwriter might enjoy it. Other singer songwriters might enjoy that, but
yes.
Performing it, performing it's probably fun and nice to do. Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, Nathan. I think now we flip the LP over as the kids say, flip it to side B, shall you? And we start with the song is called Haze.
Yeah, as the kids say.
As the kids say. All right, Haze. And I got a feeling after that soul song, this is going to be more of an upbeat type. I'm going to kick off side 2.
I put on the suit, I put on the tie, and if I'm with you, I'll never die. Beautiful moment in time that comes and floats away. And when I open my eyes, I hope I see your face. Got me feeling alright when the feeling's all gone. Got me feeling uptight every moment you're gone. Got a piece of your mind and I'm gonna hold on. It's a hell of a ride loving you. Got me feeling alright when the feeling's all gone. Got me feeling uptight every moment you're gone. Got a piece of your mind and I'm gonna hold on. It's a hell of a ride loving you. When I moved to California, when I lived between the bars, when I didn't even know you, when I was giving up, Ventura was a ghost town. The city broke my heart. I watched the weeks fly by, I'm not myself when you're not there. No matter how long, I still care. And when you pick me up now, I don't have to play pretend. And I am human once again. Got me feeling alright when the feeling's all gone. Got me feeling uptight every moment you're gone. Got a piece of your mind and I'm gonna hold on. It's a hell of a ride loving you. Got me feeling alright when the feeling's all gone. Got me feeling uptight every moment you're gone. Got a piece of your mind and I'm gonna hold on. It's a hell of a ride loving you. That was a moment in time that comes and flows away. And when I open my eyes, I hope to see your face. Got me feeling alright when the feeling's all gone. Got me feeling uptight every moment you're gone. Got a piece of your mind and I'm gonna hold on. It's a hell of a ride loving you. Got me feeling alright when the feeling's all gone. Got me feeling uptight every moment you're gone. Got a piece of your mind and I'm gonna hold on. It's a hell of a
When I'm feeling alright.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I like the song. I don't know if that's my favorite song.
That's fair.
I'm not a fan of generic lyrics. So when the lyrics are a little bit kind of like, they sound like, well, yeah, it's nothing wrong with, it's just, it is what it is. And then this, I'd play that song, and I wouldn't be like, oh, this song. I'd just be like,
right,
let that song play.
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah, but it's a good song. Like it has a good beat. It has like it's upbeat. It's just there was nothing about it that made me go, oh, so good. It was just, it's good. It's all right.
Yeah, I feel you as well. I think it's one of the weaker fast songs on the album. If we just forget the other soul song, so this is probably the weaker of the songs we've heard so far. But I think there's a lot going on in the song that I think with different listens you might catch. And I was listening actually to the music between the singing that I thought was the highlight. The drum beat rollovers that were happening, the guitar. So I think there was more musically going on there. I think might have been getting lost in the more generic lyrics or sound part.
Sure.
Again, I wouldn't skip the song. You're not bored listening to it, but I think there's more musically going on there that other listens will have you. You'll probably pick up on.
Yeah,
is my guess.
Yeah. Cool.
Nathan, do you go to parties?
I don't go to parties.
You don't go to parties?
Nah, I'm an introvert.
I'm never invited.
Well, here at the Welpton, it's always a party. So this is the only place where I party.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
It's 5 a.m. clinging to my couch, and everyone I ever knew is standing in my house. So I wonder who I'm looking for, 'cause you don't go to parties anymore.
Was that you that got kicked out this time?
Did we both get kicked
it's so weird why is it we get kicked out?
Oh my goodness.
Just to go start the song again. But why does it do that? Why does it boot me and you out?
I don't know.
Like that.
It's
Hey,
so weird.
Two guys on camera. Let's boot them out randomly. Nobody else gets booted out.
Just a second.
See, I still got the old song in my head. That's a good sign, though. Okay, we'll start that again, Yeah.
Okay, the editing.
Ready.
Oh,
well, whatever. No, yeah. 10 seconds, people had to live through that chaos.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
It's 5 a.m. clinging to my couch, and everyone I ever knew is
Sounds like
standing in
Bryan
my
Adams, the
house.
guitar there, a little bit.
I wonder who I'm looking for, 'cause you don't go to parties anymore. I still think about the times we were heavy, racehorse dripping on the dirt that you got on me, vultures spinning up above all what's left of me. We go stupid every night, what a tragedy. I'm still here in the darkness, back where we started. You made me a heartless monster. I'm caught up in distractions, fatal attractions. I'm starting to come undone. Now it's 5 a.m. clinging to my couch, and everyone I ever knew is standing in my house. So I wonder who I'm looking for, 'cause you don't go to parties anymore. I got the last 5 years running out my mouth. Always stay too late, I should kick me out. Oh, I wonder who I'm looking for, 'cause you don't go to parties anymore. Lost my limit 'cause I'm dumb and I'm
Is there two different vocalists on this one?
my foot above the peak, it's not an accident. All my friends are up on Mars, we've been traveling. Another lonely
That's right. Oh, this is Callum and Ashton are singing this one.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
couch, and everyone I ever knew is standing in my house.
It does sound
That's what I
different.
thought.
Yeah.
Who I'm looking for, 'cause you don't go
Which one's Callum? Which one's Ashton?
anymore. I got the last 5 years running out my mouth. Always stay too late, I should kick me out. Oh, I wonder who I'm looking for.
No, I meant singing.
Don't go to parties anymore.
That's cool. I want to know who Doc Britton and Elijah Knoll are.
Well, they are. I'll tell you exactly who they are, Nathan.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'd like to just comment on the song and say that this...
Well, Colin Britton is an American songwriter and producer who signed on to Warner Chappell Music. He has written and produced for acts such as Papa Roach, Hands Like Houses, Basement, Dashboard, Confessional, 5 Seconds of Summer, Stick to Your Guns, Miyavi, oh wow, and One OK Rock, Beautiful Bodies, and... Okay. Did that help?
No. This song is like, it's, I don't know, I like the song. This feels a little more. Yes. I don't know what to, come back to me. You go first.
Okay. I like the song a lot. Mm-hmm. Again, this is a song that maybe the lyrics aren't the strongest in the world, but that's okay. This is a song that gets away with the lyrics not being that deep is probably the word I'm looking for. Maybe you're thinking of, but I really love the music in the song. Great singing between Ashton and Callum. They're both singing the song. Still get an idea of whose voice is whose, but I can tell there's two different singers going on. It's a fun song. I actually really like the chorus, and I like the guitar work in the song. This is Mike's guitar work in the song was a really nice sound. I like the opening part a lot, and this is again I think a song that with repeat listening you'll like more and more. Mm-hmm. But I liked it right away a lot. I'm just saying, lyric-wise, not very deep. Music-wise, a lot of fun, and I actually, I like the song a lot. I give this song a 7.5 out of 10.
It's funny because I'm on the opposite side. I'd say the lyrics are actually not bad. They're actually kind of strong. Musically, it's I guess what I'm picking up on is that kind of sound. This sounds a little bit like some of the other songs on the album, and I'm looking for something like we heard that one song that's kind of like the lounge singing song, and I like it when they put something new or different on an album. I'm hoping for some differences in the last tracks here, something a little bit outside of the same sound, because this one sounded a lot like the other songs. Yeah.
Okay. No. All right, fair enough. Yeah. Well, the next song is called Blender. It is the fourth single on the album, and I think it's the last single that we
haven't heard
hear. But it's Blender is the 10th song on the album, fourth single from the album. Alrighty?
Okay, let's start the blender.
Is it lonely where you are? All the way across the room, with a knife inside your heart, I feel it too. Is it just the way we are, always burning through the roof? Oh, I guess only the stars would know the truth. I die for you, I die for you, I die for you, for you. I tried for you, I tried for you, I tried. But all I hear is all the things you said in my head, ricocheting off the bed, nothing left but a mess.
Here we go.
Oh my God, it never ends. Now we're stressed and depressed, and we're going round again. In an emotional blender, all the things you
Here we
said
go.
in my head, ricocheting off the bed, nothing left but a mess. Oh my God, it never ends. Now we're stressed and depressed, and we're going round again. In an emotional blender, we just can't keep away. When you know me like you do, it's stupid and true. Got me howling at the moon.
There you go.
Oh. Actually, I wanted to mention this on the previous song, and this actually happened again on this song. There's more they could have done. Meaning, like, I wanted to hear more. I wanted to hear kind of a repeat of, like, I meant to mention in the previous song about the party song.
Oh, okay.
It really ended strongly, and I kind of wanted a little bit, like, just repeat it one more time, just that hook one more time. So this is a good sign. This same with this on Blender. Just, it's over. It's only 2.5 minutes. So yeah, I felt shortchanged in a good way. They left on a high note, literally. I wanted. Can I hear that again? The hook one more time.
Yeah,
and,
very, very strong song. Sorry, I don't want to.
No, yeah, yeah. No, I can tell you. I like that one a lot. The production value is very high. The bass, great deep bass, and the guitar work was very a la Police. From,
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just about to say that. Yeah. Good. I like that. That to me, that was another one going in that other direction that I just mentioned the previous one. I was like, I need to hear something a little bit different this time. And there you go. There was a different song. I can't say any of the songs sound like this song on the album. You know, there's little sounds that are in there that are similar, but this one stands out as different from the others. So I like it. And I like again, they're masters at crafting, you know, how to get that rhyme. I love that. All the things I said in my head, ricocheting off the bed, nothing left, what a mess. Oh my God, it never ends. Now we're stressed and depressed. It's almost like a rap. It's like really, you know, it's great. I like that sound.
Well, good. That makes Chunk happy. Okay.
Were you worried or something?
No, I'm not worried.
Yeah, you were.
No, I thought. I'm not worried. Okay. All right. The next song is called Carousel. I love caramel. I like caramel.
Yeah. Life is like a box of caramels.
They're all the same.
Onto the east, gotta leave, I need a way out. Looking at me, coloring out of the lines now. You only break when you take the bend too far. Don't like it fake, I relate, I think it's true love. It's been a while since you and I've been where we started. I don't wanna let it fade away. It used to be easy. Now you can't even look me in the eye. A visceral feeling that I can never leave behind. And it's under my skin, but I can't reach it. We know where I've been, so we play pretend. It used to be easy. It used to be easy. I know it well, caramel, I feel the calm down. Yeah, we've been to hell, I can tell, we're slowing down now. Oh, you bring up the past, didn't ask, you made the know how. So we make it last, now the glass until we come round. It's been a while since you and I've been where we started. I don't wanna let it fade away. It used to be easy. Now you can't even look me in the eye. A visceral feeling that I can never leave behind. And it's under my skin, but I can't reach it. We know where I've been, so we play pretend. It used to be easy. It used to be easy. Love like a landslide. I kiss you goodnight. Love like a landslide. I kiss you goodnight.
Tricky.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah, that song had the I don't know. I guess is R&B the right genre? I don't really know, but you could see how that song might be, or could have been used maybe with an R&B type song. But what I like what they did with it is the great hook, the chorus again, a great chorus, great hook in that chorus, and what elevated that song was the band and their instrument playing. I think that's what makes them get away with quote unquote R&B, because it's not R&B is not really our wheelhouse. So that's kind of what makes them enjoyable for me, is they play what might be considered almost an R&B type song from 1994, but they elevate it with the bass and the guitar work and the drums. It's and of course Luke command of his singing and the way he clips his words and goes high and low. That was actually a very fun song. I love the ending too, is like that deep bass and the end with the acoustic guitar. So I kind of wish there's a couple songs that we thought weren't that crazy about, where we kind of wanted them to maybe do something more with that song. I like what they did here, and I kind of hope they do that more with I don't know if they will with the 2 songs or 3 songs we have left. But they tricked us, they tricked me. I was like, they threw the acoustic guitar at the end. I like that. I like that they tricked us a little bit.
Sure.
That was good.
I think what I like about Luke's singing, and this highlights that, and others I've heard it in other songs on this album. Okay. I just want to point it out here, is his high singing is very easy to listen to, but I think it would be a mistake for him to stay singing high. So when he goes up high and then comes back to his range, it really works well. And this is a good example of that, where he's like, it used to be easy. Now I can't get that high and sound anything.
You can't?
Yeah.
Oh, it's very easy.
By doing that, like hitting that and then bringing it back to his range, it's just like he's working within his range. So, I mean, the producer on the album obviously is, I don't know if that's the producer or if it's them as a group. They've all kind of worked on that, but they're getting the best of Luke by doing that, by giving him notes that go that high and then come back into his range. And I think it's a good sound, like I'm sure other songs feature him doing that in that same way, because it seems like that's really their trademark. And that, like, if you're going to say what makes Five Sauce stand out, I would say Luke's voice has got to be high on the list for doing that. Yeah.
Agreed. Hey, Nathan.
That's me.
The next song is dedicated to me and you.
Oh, is it called Welp? Here we are on YouTube?
Yes. Close.
Okay, let's just see what the title is. What is it? Best Friends.
Aww. Guitar song.
I can see you when you're reaching out for more. If it was only rational until it all becomes a feeling of the past living under summer sun. But baby, you're an animal, life has just begun. Take me as I am and I will take you as you are. You call me on my shit and my jaw is on the floor. I'd love to have somebody never filter what they say, and I can feel it coming like it planned it till the day. Silver linings, golden shining, perfect timing now. Memories I hold to keep safe, and I live with that look on your face. I got the best friends in this place, and I'm holding on. Memories I hold to keep safe, and I love to love you for God's sake. I got the best friends in this place, and I'm holding on. Love is like a poem written on a bathroom wall. A
different singer there, I think.
Yeah.
Felt before. It's not a perfect narrative, there's beauty and mistakes. It's time to love somebody who won't try to change your way. I remember.
Oh, it's Michael, the guitar singing. Cool.
Back when we were on the other side of 24. Take me to the place where everybody knows our names. It's better late than never, baby. I don't wanna wait for silver linings, golden shining, perfect timing now. Memories I hold to keep safe, and I live with that look on your face. I got the best friends in this place.
there we go.
Cool.
I love that song.
Do you?
Yeah, I love it. I love the message. This is obviously a love song to the band, being the best friends in this place, and yeah, I love that. I love the chorus and the drum beat. It's just very heavy and thick. I really enjoyed that Ash's drum in that one as well.
Okay, you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So musically, I am 100% with you. I think the music has some uniqueness to it that I think is very strong, and I liked hearing it. And this is just me. This is really just me who would probably feel this way because of just who I am and where I've been, and like I've been an English teacher for the last almost 20 years, and so my brain is trained to catch cliches. So that when I see it, I'm kind of like, oh, you could probably think of a better way of saying that, right? So when I read kids' essays, for example, I go through them and find things. I'm like, oh, maybe instead of saying, I don't know, it was the best thing ever. Maybe think of a different, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I noticed that there was a number of cliches in the lyrics, and you and I are different on those things. I remember we did a Bon Jovi album, and I was like, yeah, the cliches were starting to melt me by the end. But you were like, this is like, you were kind of almost upset with me for not liking it. Whereas this song has enough cliches in it, I just feel like, okay, I can ignore that and just listen to the music. I enjoyed the music side of it. And the messages are there. I see them. I understand what what the messages are, but I just felt like I've heard a lot of those phrases before. So there, that's it.
That's fine. Well, Nathan Callum, he agrees with you.
Oh, really?
He doesn't like the song. It's not one of his favorites, so that's the bass player. But but I'm a sucker for this type of sound and song. So I mean. Some people probably hate this album, I would suspect, as a whole. But there's probably people that can't stand the band. It's just the way it goes.
Right.
But this genre, this type of music, it's an easy sell for me. So I'm just really enjoying listening to each song. There's some songs that are weaker than others. I think there's been a couple in side 2 that aren't as strong as side 1 already. Mm-hmm. But this kind of brings it back. To me, I feel like we're back to where we could have been. Like I think you could have. Maybe we'll talk about it after. But there's a couple songs I would have maybe knocked off this album and make it a 11 or 12 track album instead of 14,
Yeah.
Okay. But I just really enjoyed that one a lot. Okay. The next one is Bleach.
Bleach.
All right. People bleach parts of their body. I won't say which parts. Keep it PG.
Space in your head, and when you're filling up your lungs, mine's the only name that's under your breath. But life to a gunfight, where the hurting is all mine, when the feeling is airtight. I know it takes time to let go, but I can't take it no more. Can I make up for lost time? If there's bleach in the hallways, I can start over. Bleach in my head just to get away. I'm washing it out till I figure it out. Living without you.
There's that high voice coming down again. Yep.
If there's bleach in the hallways, I can start over. Bleach in my hair every Saturday. I'm washing it out till I figure it out. Living without you. Spinning down that train. I feel you underneath my tongue, next to every word that I should have said. No matter how far that I've run, memories always seem to catch up again.
Did that acoustic play in the background there as well?
But enough to
Yeah, in the foreground.
hurting is all mine when the feeling is
Tapping I think he's tapping the acoustic guitar.
I know it takes time to let go, but I can't take it no more. Can I make up for lost time? If there's bleach in the hallways, I can start over. Bleach in my head just to get away. I'm washing it out till I figure it out. Living without you. Spinning down the track. If there's bleach in the hallways, I can start over. Bleach in my hair every Saturday. I'm watching it out till I figure it out. Living without you. Spinning down the track. It's so hard to watch everything I want. Everything I was spinning down the drain. It's so hard to watch everything I want. Everything I was spinning down the drain.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Yeah, you can hear that high-low thing I was telling you about with the way he does that with his voice, where he starts high and then brings it in low. That's kind of their signature again. I like that. It's a good song. Again, like you said earlier, these B-sides are B-sides. They're not the ones that they released necessarily. Some are, but like some aren't their strongest. But still not something I would skip. In fact, even that last one with the lyrics, maybe I didn't like as much. I still wouldn't skip it. I wouldn't be like, oh, not that one. I had to turn it off. I would be like, yeah, just let it play for the musical aspect of it. So this one, same thing. I think I would. I mean, this whole album is going on my phone, but like, this particular one wasn't one that was like, whoa, it's so good. I can't wait for Bleach. But I like the music, the musical aspect to it.
I think I'm just where you will be.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning, like, I think you'll need to listen to it more. I might be catching things more. I could be wrong, but you know how some songs will grow on you over time.
Sure.
No matter, yeah. I think this album might grow with you more the more you listen to it. But I'm catching. I could be wrong, but I'm guessing I'm Nathan in maybe a couple weeks. Like
that's happened for other bands that we've done before too.
Yeah. Because I'm getting this album like kind of right away. It's speaking to me right away. I'm enjoying it right away. Again, there's a couple songs that if they didn't exist on the album, I probably wouldn't complain. But they do exist on the album, so that's okay. Like I think the beginning part of side 2 was a little bit weak, but they know that. They must know that with the placement of their songs, because now we're nearing the end of the album. So the last song was really good. I enjoyed it. This one is even better than the one before it. I think with the acoustic guitar playing, the chorus is really good. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on with the music. I got a feeling they're going to end with a song that will. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the last song is kind of an emotional type ending to the album.
A true album closer, yeah.
Yeah, an album closer type song. So that's my guess, my hope. But because I feel like they did a couple of the, I would say, fillers, or every band does it a little bit, like, we'll put that in there. Maybe people might like it. It might be an earworm later and they're listening. But now last two songs have been a little bit better, and I think we're going to get even a stronger song on the end here. We'll see.
Yeah, okay.
And that one is called Red Line. That is the end of the album. Red Line.
Red Line. Here we go.
Red Line. Here we go.
It's hard to fake when I'm not faded. I thought I could prepare myself. When you ask me what's the matter, the actor says he hates himself. When we collided
Okay.
That's a great song. I love that chorus. He sang high the whole way through, which we talked about how he. But I love how he's. Yeah, I love that. Did you close it so my editing is gonna be difficult?
Well, I just like it's still the same. Nothing.
Okay.
I haven't closed the. Yeah. Oh, it just disappeared. I'm sorry.
That's great. That's
great.
Do my slicing here, and I change the video and picture. It's a lot of fun to do. Thanks, appreciate it. Okay.
It's a good ender. That song was, like you say, it stayed in the high ranges, most of it. I think it could have been a little stronger, but that's just me. Okay, it could have been a better. I enjoyed the song, and I know some people are probably going to watch my reaction as I get along on this album. And it's kind of like I was like all excited at the beginning, and it kind of came down. And I just want to speak to that. I want to speak to that because
sure. I'm just laughing. Go ahead. Please.
This is what I would say to Five Sauce is. So, like, they're going to get mad at me for saying this, but I'm just going to say it because we're honest on the show. So there's a trend right now for a lot of musicians to start pulling sounds of the 80s into their music. And that's that. I like the trend. I think it's a kind of a nice trend. I like that there's this kind of reaching back to the past and going, hey, we like this sound. We're going to use it in our music, and we're going to, and there's a danger for Five Sauce to get caught up in trends too much. And I would say, because everybody's using these sounds right now. Everybody's kind of like, ooh, let's use this sound from the 80s. Let's use it, and my encouragement for any bands right now is to go, okay, here's what's trending. What's next? How do I push that trend and make it even more unique than it actually is? And they have done that. I want to be very clear. They have actually done that to a certain extent. It's going to be up to every band now. Is like now that this is becoming, because the market's becoming saturated with 80s sounding music. What's next? So where do we go next from here? Are you guys, as members of Five Sauce, because I'm sure they're watching this, are they going to now go, we're going to set that trend? Or are they going to wait to find out what that trend is? Does that make sense?
Yes. I mean, I valid points, Nathan. We never talk out of our butts, or we never just placate our audiences, no matter the band, the artist, the experience. Mm-hmm. We usually, when we do albums, I think this might have been part of, I wouldn't say the problem is not the right word, but may have been a factor. We usually do 2-part recordings to albums.
That's true.
Because we've been almost recording for 2 hours. We've been recording for 1 hour and 45 minutes, and we're human, and it's hard for us to, as humans, just to always constantly be engaged with every song as we sit on our butts for 2 hours. So I think we're just a little bit behind this month, so I admit, behind the current recording. We just got to start pounding on some of our recordings. So that being said, I think that might have played a bit of a factor. I could have. Maybe had we been, or you maybe in particular, like if we're just like, oh, let's take a pause and we'll come back with side 2 tomorrow. And then let's go. Let's get into it. But I know you enjoyed the album because I've done many reviews with you, almost 900 videos with you, and I know when you like something, when you don't. I think what we're doing here is we're also being, I'm going to say harder on Five Sauce, is because in a good way we expect a lot from them. Sure. They deserve our, yes, we know what you got. We've seen what you got. There's only been 5 other songs. Granted, the people picked 5 songs that they thought were really strong songs, and so we like those songs, like singles and what have you. This is a whole album experience. This is a whole so to take everything. So I'll say this with my final thoughts of this album. I really enjoyed it. There are about 3 songs that, had they fallen off the 14, even maybe 4 songs, I could if I went back, and I could probably compile a 10-song strong album. The last 3 songs were really great. I think it's the 2 before that with the slow song, not that great. Yeah. Like, not that, like, whoa. Yeah. But I think it's going on my phone. I can't wait. It's now going to be on my phone, so I can listen to the car rides when I go jogging, things like that. And I think it's going to build. I think there's going to be songs that you're going to earworm a little bit more the more you listen to them. So that's my challenge to you, is to listen to it a little bit more, put it on your one wheel or when you go to the gym. And I think you might find the songs to be a little bit more, especially if you're hearing 3 or 4 songs and then go back to another 3 or 4 songs, like in piecemeal. But I love the album. I give the album overall like 7.5, 8 out of 10. I think if there was a couple tracks on there that didn't exist, it might be a little higher. It would have just been all killer, not so much filler. Mm-hmm. And now, last thing before we close here, people are asking us, Ryan, are you guys going to do the 5 bonus tracks? Because apparently the bonus tracks are the favorite tracks for a lot of people. I know. And so, look, I will say this. Go to our album tier and divide it by half. So go to our Patreon, divide it by half. Mm-hmm. If you're willing to do that, dear listeners of our channel, we'll do the other 5. Because that's half an album. 5 songs legitimately is like half an album. So this is almost like it's a 50-minute album. And, you add another 5 songs. You're looking at an hour and a half for, just of playtime. So it's a lot for Nathan and I to edit, to record. So that's a deal because we, if you do the 5 songs that are single song tier, you're paying for a whole album. So let's say half an album. Mm-hmm. That's a deal. And if someone's willing to pony up, who's watching this, maybe you guys get together on in our Discord and pool some money together. We will do the other half or the other quarter or whatever it is. The other 5 songs. Because I'd be interested to see why because apparently people really like those bonus tracks. They say here the bonus tracks are some of the best songs on the album. So people are saying they hope that we get to hear our thoughts on those soon.
And I know that feeling because there's some bands that I like where they've done bonus content. And I'm like, wow, why didn't they release that? Why was that? Anyway.
Probably for the very reasons you're saying, because I think this album has a theme and they stuck to it. And it might be divisive. Every band does songs or sounds that might divide some listeners or bring new in. I think this really was good for me. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed this album. It's a very easy listen. Mm-hmm. But maybe some old Five Sauce fans might be, I'm not sure. It might be divisive in some ways because of the theme they chose throughout the album. And then the bonus tracks are like, it doesn't quite fit the theme of the album, but here's songs that are new, and here they are. So that's probably what they are. So yeah. All right. Well, there you go.
Yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed all of that. I love the fact that I'll say this every time we do well, I don't say it every time, but I should say it every time, that this channel exists really for us to be exposed to new things that we've never heard of and give us better insight into the music that exists out there that we would have never picked on our own.
No, we would never. There's no way ever in my life I would have listened to this album other than people pledging us to do so on our channel. Yeah. Last thing here, Panda Girl has been big on our chat, giving us background stuff and big insight in this album. She even said herself, it's a big Five Sauce fan. There are songs on this album that she had to listen to numerous times for them to really like them. So I think these songs are growers. I think...
Yeah.
Every band I've listened to, every bands that I'm very familiar with and love, sometimes the first album listen, you're like,
Yeah.
Because you're just adjusting to the whole thing. So I think this is an album that might get better with more listens. But yeah. But I loved it. I think for you, Nathan, I think you might have to give it a couple listens. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Thanks everyone that joined us on Discord, on our Patreon, and on our YouTube channel itself. We appreciate everyone that joined our journey. Yeah. And if you made it to the end, comment with Nathan and I have mixed our sauce with Five Sauce.
Okay, we'll see you in the next one.